Pranams at Swami's divine lotus feet. Brothers and sisters, Sairam to all of you. By Swami's immense grace, today we have a very blessed Sai messenger, Sri Chittoori Rommel, who is visiting our center. Sri Rommel is an accomplished diplomat who for 25 years was blessed to represent India as Consul General and also the head of Indian missions in different countries around the world. In fact, he was blessed to serve in almost every continent of the world. But what makes his journey very unique is the fact that being an ardent devotee of our beloved Swami, he enrolled himself in the Sai organization of every country that he visited and very actively participated in Swami's divine mission. Very recently, in 2010, he took voluntary retirement from his diplomatic career, and he now serves Swami as a resident in Prashanti Nilayam. I request you to please join me in giving a very warm welcome to Sri Rommel.
Let us all offer our collective pranams, collective love at the lotus feet of our beloved Swami. I thank the President and all the office bearers here for giving me this wonderful and rare opportunity to come to your wonderful center. Before I started from Puttaparthi, a friend of mine said, make it a point, absolutely, thank you. Make it a point to visit Flushing Center. Though you may not get an opportunity to speak, it's a very tough place to speak there. You may not get an opportunity, but at least once you participate in the bhajans there, you will be able to flush out all your monkey mind. In that way, he advised me that I should visit New York particularly and visit these wonderful centers. Other day, I was also had the great privilege in being in Manhattan Center, and I saw the love that was flowing, which Swami always gives to all the US devotees, I should say. Because when I was in Sweden, a friend of mine asked me, he is also Swede by birth, not an Indian. He said, why Swami is so partial to US devotees? Every time when they come, they're called for an interview or they're called for a particular group meeting. And whereas when we all go, we don't get that special treatment from Swami. I said that no, Swami loves everyone equally. And there's not much difference. But he said, no, Mr. Rommel, I've been going there for the last 30 years, and every time I see that there's a special corner for all US devotees. Then I said that I have not visited the country, I will check and let you know later. I'm so happy that I know when I came here, I saw what type of, to promote a center, to attend a Sai center, how difficult it is here. It isn't like other countries like Indonesia or Southeast Asia or other regions. I know all of you are very, very specially blessed to be his messengers. Because you all know how to take additional responsibilities. That is what Swami really loves. Just now I was speaking to the SSC students here for about 15-20 minutes. I was so thrilled, the answers which they gave me, how deeply they love Swami and how wonderful your Bal Vikas teachers are. That shows how in-depth knowledge they have. Some few questions they answered so very beautifully. Your parents are very lucky, the students are very lucky. I hope that all the ladies who have come here will definitely become Bal Vikas teacher very soon. Swami told very clearly that every Sai devotee will have to become a Bal Vikas teacher. And in one particular SSC group meeting, Swami said, I will take care of your life, not only your life, if you are a teacher, for 7 janmas, for 7 lives. Then one teacher asked, why only 7? Then Swami said, okay, I'll take care of 70 generations. In that way, Swami beautifully tells us to take care of seva. More and more seva we do, the great pleasure we get. Here, the bhajans are so wonderful, but we got to see that these bhajans penetrate into each and every nook and corner of New York. Swami said, every inch of this world, of this globe, if not now, after 10 years or 15 years, it has to be reverberating with Sai name. Every household name will have to know such a Sai name. It's a must. It's, whatever he says, it has to happen, if not now, later. Therefore, Swami has given us this rare opportunity to be his instruments. That we have to realize. We got to firmly believe that we are his instruments, and we have to praise Swami. Please, as one sister sang, take my hand. We should plead Swami, please take my hand. And another wonderful singer said, hold on. Once we take Swami's hand, we got to hold on and pray to him to make his instrument. Unless we pray, the divine vibrations will not get into us. We got to persistently pray. And when I was, before joining my diplomatic career, I was working in Ministry of Finance. I was a district savings officer. There we had a targets. Just was a young boy at the time. And I was getting my targets done within first 15 days itself. I was working very hard. Then my senior colleagues were a little jealous, and they were saying, Mr. Rommel, you seem to be a very new broom, and you're getting your targets, you're not much done. You're in a government service. Don't you know the ABCDs of government service? I said, what are they, sir? He said, A for avoid, don't take additional responsibilities. Whenever somebody gives you a responsibility, use the formula A, avoid the responsibility. If you can't avoid the responsibility, use the formula B, bypass the responsibility. If you can't avoid and bypass, then he said, use the formula C, confuse the whole issue, and so that you don't get any responsibility at all. Still, if you can't avoid, bypass and confuse, then you finally use the final one, D, divide, distribute and delegate to others. But don't take too much of responsibility. It's a government service. It's not a private organization. And in this way, he told, and the gentleman who told me, after 8 months, I found him being suspended for negligence of duty. Here, in Sathya Sai Seva organization, Swami has given us lovely ABCDs. We have to be active and alert. A for active and alert. Every moment we got to look out for an opportunity where I can be of some help. When I asked the question there to the SSC student just a few minutes back, they said that we want to please Swami. I said, how? We want to help everybody so that Swami will love us. That's a beautiful answer I got from the children. Likewise, we elders also should look out for every opportunity to see how best we can be of some help to the people around. Every day, if we are not helpful on that particular day, that day is waste for us. Waste of living on a particular day. We got to pray Swami. Swami, at least give me an opportunity every day to help somebody. Let us try to please Swami. There's only one person whom we have to please. That is Swami. Nobody else. But all of us have got so much of ego, so much of jealousy. There's one problem with Sathya Sai devotees. We have all lot of ego. We want to show ourselves something bigger, something elderly, something superior. We get only bumps, and Swami told, in the olden days, the doors were so low that everybody has to bend down their head and then walk. If you try to show your intelligence or show your powers, you will get bumps and dumps every time. Therefore, the best thing Swami told was, he gave a beautiful example in a small group meeting. In those days when I joined in Sevadal in 18 years old, Swami used to call us the group interviews like this. He used to give us beautiful examples. He said that, see, the football, if it is full of air, everybody would like to kick it. See, if you see any football, any corner, we are allowed to kick it. In this way, if we are full with ego, everybody would love to kick us. Therefore, Swami told very clearly, flush out the air out of it. Once the air is flushed out, then the football becomes so thin, the man who kicks it gets hurt, and nobody would like to even look at it. In this way, Swami has given us these wonderful values to lead a beautiful life, simple life, happy life. And Swami told, very clearly, all of us want to look handsome, all of us want to look beautiful, all of us want to look better. We look at our mirror hundreds times every day, isn't it? Swami said, the best way to become beautiful and lovely is to make your voice very sweet. Once you speak softly, sweetly, you get your beauty automatically, he said. He said that the charm of life starts coming. And this is how he says, train your throat first. Speak obligingly. The more obligingly we speak, with more love, the more and more friends we make. Sorry for this. When Swami was speaking in Vrindavan, suddenly he felt thirsty. He asked one of the students to bring a glass of water. And then the boy got a glass with full water. Swami said, no, I am not going to take that much. Make it into half. Then again the boy bought 3/4. Then Swami said, no, just bring little more. Then when he bought half, he said, no, I don't think so, I'll drink so much. He sent him back again and got only 1/4 of the water. In that way, Swami on that particular afternoon showed the students even not to waste few drops of water. Here in US, I'm seeing for the last 2 months, oh my God, the trash cans are full of so valuable material, and Swami doesn't like this. Let us please make it very, very clear to our monkey minds to tell very clearly not to waste a single grain from today onwards. Let us commit to Swami's love. Let me not waste a single thing. I was in Africa, I know. When I was in Angola, when I was in the compound at 7 o'clock, I came back, I found my security guard caught a lady. She was trying to jump the wall inside to steal 4 pieces of bread, because she said that for past 2 days, my children, she had 4 children, they never had any food, I believe. And she said that I only came into the compound only to steal those 4 slices of bread. And we must also see on television how so many undernourished children are there all over the world. And here we get used to the system here and waste so much of food and money and time. Therefore, let us, Swami kept on telling us, COD, control your desires and save that money and then give it to the sai centers to grow. Even if it is a $1 out of which you save from your wastage, that is more precious than about $1,000 which you donate directly out of your bank account. Just look out, see the places, areas where you can save. Swami told us very clearly to have 6 pairs of clothes. When you are going to buy the 7th pair, think first you donate the 6th pair or the first pair and then buy the next one. Not first buy and then donate. First you donate and then buy the other one. In this way, we all know that Swami lived with only 1 pair of clothes when he was a small child. And his small knicker, we call it shorts, it was also torn, and he used to just put a thorn to make it both the pieces together. And every day evening he used to wash his clothes, press it with a hot pot, and then wear it next day. We all know what Swami led his life like. It is a time for us to lead very simple lives. Unless we make our life simple, the Swami will never enter into our hearts. Please, make it very, very clear. You are in one of the most beautiful country, wonderful country, but here Swami expects us to show how a Sai devotee should behave and act. Our home should be models, role models, and our way of dressing should be so beautiful, so nice that anyone going should be able to recognize, oh, he is such a Sai devotee or she is such a Sai devotee. By way of her dress, they should know that they can come and approach us for help. Swami wants us to dress very simple. Why? So that the common man on the road can approach us and seek help. Therefore, let us devise some ways and means how to control our desires. We all know that a Swami student, when he just donated a 100-rupee note for the hospital, he said that was much more precious because he saved from the laundry. Instead of giving to the laundry, he washed those clothes, saved that money, and contributed to the super speciality hospital. Let us pray Swami and take him as our partner. You all heard Madam Geeta Ramanji so many times, and I also heard her on the radio side. One beautiful example, when she was a small girl, very small girl, she and Baba were walking in the Vrindavan garden. At that time, it was rose garden was there, and small buds were there, rose buds. And as Swami was touching each bud, I believe each bud started blossoming into full flower immediately. Then this girl, innocent girl, said, Swami, because you're God, you're touching, they are blossoming immediately. If I'm touching, they are not blossoming. Then Swami said, hold my hand, catch my hand. And the moment she caught the hand and touching, every bud started becoming into a full blossom flower immediately. It never took days. Likewise, we got to take hold of Swami's hand. Whatever work we are doing, we may be working in office, we may be teaching children, we may be doing our work. Whatever work we do, we got to assume the responsibility and see that Swami becomes our partner in life in every act what we do. Whatever it may be, whether it's cooking, whether it is driving, whether it is whatever little work we do. Just like one young man also sang just now that, Janam Janam Saath Raho. It's not the question of Janam Janam Saath Raho. Why should we wait for lives together? Every day Saath Raho. Every day, every minute Saath Raho. Every minute you be with me, Swami. In this way, if we start praying, Swami, then Swami will come into our life in a bigger way. And we have got to make every household, there are suppose about 100 families coming here, we should have bhajans in all the 100 places. Not a regular bhajans, but family bhajans. Family bhajans. You may call 2 or 3 friends of yours. It will not be recognized under the Sathya Sai Center, but still have it. We have done this beautiful experiment in Indonesia, in different countries, in Laos, and I found it so fulfilling. In fact, Swami advised this in the 1974, when we just started a Sathya Sai Samiti in Hyderabad. Swami said, why are having only bhajans on Sunday and Thursdays? Why not have every day of the week? Some of them will not be able to travel all the way to your Sai Center. Why not have house bhajans? Then we had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Every day we have bhajans in all over India. It's like this. Therefore, it is a time now that Swami has taken the cosmic form. It is time for us to ensure that every inch of New York is with Swami's vibrations. How we do it? We got to take him as our partner. We got to take him as our love. And I'll also narrate a small example, experience in Luanda in Angola. When I was posted there as a charge d'affaires, it was a very difficult postings, and there was civil war going on at the time, and I never wanted to go there. I went to Puttaparthi like any one of us. I sat there for about 5 days, and Swami never looked at my face. And I thought then if he not looked, I thought I should better go. Huh? Then I went to to Angola, Luanda, as a charge d'affaires, and there, as a diplomat, we got to meet the foreign minister, the foreign secretary, and the senior ministers, and take them also Indian souvenir, handicraft, and give them the gift. And as I was meeting one lady, Maria Jesus Haller, she was our foreign secretary at that time in Angola. And I gave a book of man of miracles. Wherever I go, I always keep a stock of 50 books of Man of Miracles and 50 books of Samuel Sandwich books, because for the newcomers, they are the best ones. Wherever I go, I always keep a stock in my house. I keep 5 or 3 books in my briefcase, so that when I meet newcomers, I make it a point to give it to them. And this lady, Maria Jesus Haller, the foreign secretary, asked me, is he a pop singer? The moment she saw the Swami's picture, I said, ma'am, Excellency, your name is Jesus, I consider him as the Lord Jesus, and you may consider him as your brother or a friend. If you have any certain problem to ask, he is the right person to ask. He is the right person to help. Oh, he's another God man of India and all that. I said, he's not a God man. He's your friend. Take him as your friend and brother, and then seek whatever help you want from him. Then she reverentially took that book and kept it in her briefcase. And believe it or not, next day morning, as per the protocol, the foreign office officials, they don't visit our embassy. We are all summoned to the embassy, summoned to the foreign office. And next day morning, at 9:30, she was at my door, office door, waiting for me. Mr. Rommel, she said, Satya Sai Baba is my brother, my greatest friend. The moment you left the office, my room, chamber last evening, I silently sent a prayer to him, as you advised. I said, my dear brother, please help me, I'm in a deep trouble. I believe she and her president had some misunderstanding. It's a communist country. And there it's not like an appointment. They can be removed or installed any time. And she was on the verge of being thrown out, sacked in the government. And then after 10 minutes after she received the book and sent the prayer to Swami, she received a call from the president office saying that she got the promotion as a vice minister, and the president hugged her and said that your peace plans are accepted, and the government was very happy, and she got her promotion as a vice foreign minister at the time. In this way, she also narrates, now I'll take those examples a little later, I think. She has written all these beautiful things in Portuguese language in Angola. And she was saved from a shark once. When she was swimming in a beach, a shark came, and Swami materialized himself in the physical form and stood between her and shark and pushed her gently to the shore. In this way, we all have plenty of experiences. We have so many experiences, personal experiences, how Swami saved each and every one of us so many times. Now, the point is how to get into the heart of Swami. How Swami should get into our heart. We all say Swami is in our heart, but is he moving? Is he communicating through our eyes? Is he communicating through our hands? Is he moving in our cell of each and every body? We have to question ourselves. Swami, why are you not coming into me fully? Because we are part-time, Swami also is part-time. And we got to make ourselves full-time. How to make ourselves full-time? The best way, which I found the thing is, whenever I'm in any small problem, I take a small picture of Swami and go to a corner there and cry, Swami, please help me. I'm unable to do this. You tell me to give up jealousy, but when I see the man, the jealousy comes, the ego comes. Please help me how to give it up. I keep crying to Swami. At least once a week I do that, so that my heart's monkey thoughts get flushed out. Therefore, let us practice this. It's a very beautiful thing. Even in the bhajans, if you can't get tears, sometimes when the beautiful singers, wonderful singers are singing, sometimes we don't get the tears welling up in our eyes. At least you pretend initially for a few weeks that you are getting tears, and slowly you will get tears and tears. It is a divine blessing that Swami has formed these bhajan centers. It is not that just for passing our time we are coming here. Sorry. We have to make our Swami in this life has given us the rare opportunity to enjoy the devotion of Mirabai. If a song is being sung on Mira, on Krishna, we have to become Mirabai or a Radha. One hand, Swami says, clap your hands. One hand should become Radha, one hand should become Krishna. If it is a song on Rama, we should become Hanuman. Our hand should become one hand and other hand Rama. In this way, the depth of intensity of devotion we have to increase. Once we do that with the feeling, we get one with Swami. We know that Swami told number of times that I am sitting in every bhajan. Whenever few people gather, I am there. If you firmly believe that Swami is sitting there, when bhajan comes, he sits. If you feel he's not there, he's not there. Even when we walk into the room little late, just bow to Swami. Feel that Swami is sitting here. This is a bhajan session. Whenever the bhajan is going on, respect the session with full love, with total love. And once we get that feeling, then the joy emanates. Initially it will be very difficult, but once you start doing it, it becomes so beautifully. Earlier also, when I used to go to bhajans, I used to think of others, who is looking at me, or is that, what is that. But now when I go to the bhajan, I know that Swami is sitting. When I sit in Kulwant Hall, when Swami is sitting, with what feeling I go, I sit with the same feeling. So, Sairam ma'am, please. Thank you very much. Because Swami says, past is past, Every minute what we are losing, no need for any pictures, no need for anything. What we have to say, what we have to take care is the present, 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 present. Every minute we have to be happy. We all want to be very happy. How to be happy? Swami said, make your every second, this second happy. Then again, next second, you make it happy. The next minute happy. Therefore, you don't think of tomorrow and past, and you're always happy. Swami wants us to always be happy and happy and happy. This is the gift what we have to give. When any devotee goes and asks, Swami, what should I give it to you? Swami says, give me your happiness, give me your love. I want you to be happy, nothing else. I don't want anything from you. Once you are happy, I'm happy, he says. And for us, even for a small problem if it comes, we get so much worried, we get shaken, and we have no faith at all. Swami is telling us, have self-confidence that I am there with you every second. Let us make our hearts very, very strong and feel his presence at all the time. And we have got to be very firm in our devotion and faith. When a small trouble or problem comes, we should say, thank you, Swami, for this beautiful test you are giving me. Now I know that you are more with me now. And we got to take him as our partner. Now let us face the problem together, Swami. Once we pray to him and face the problem with Swami, then it becomes very, very light. For instance, all the children also, they should make their books as their partner, as a challenge, and then come out. Our children will have to top the school in every respect. Like in Karnataka, one of the engineering colleges of Swami, one of the colleges of Swami, when the students appeared for the engineering examination, of first 15 ranks, 10 are of Sathya students, SSC students or Balvika students. And Swami was so happy. If you have to really make Swami happy, make our children as beautiful as the finest human beings. It's our duty. And whenever Swami calls for any US groups, I read many interviews what Swami gave. And in every interview, he says, for America, he says, take care of our children, take care of our children, take care of our children. Therefore, it is our duty to see how these SSC classes expand to different corners of the city. It isn't sufficient to just have it in one center here. See, many of the parents will not be able to come all the way. Let us see how we can distribute this love to other corners of the city. I was telling other day in Manhattan Center, Mr. Raj was very kind enough to come even today. I'm so grateful to him. There, another good thing what we have to learn is they sing the songs of almost every religion, including Judaism, Allah Akbar. That day I was so happy. Let us also try to follow, because ours is not a Hindu one. We are universal. Our emblem is there. It tells very clearly. Even every religion, every person will have to walk into this Sai center and feel at home. And that's what I was told when I was many, many years ago in Sri Satya Sai Sevadal. Even in our Hyderabad center, we used to have a cross, we used to have a Allahu Akbar, we used to have all the symbols of every religion. We should invite other races and other people also, because Swami wants this mission to move to other people. Therefore, let us see how we can bring more and more love into our Sai centers. The most important thing is we are all very mechanical. We are not concentrating how to earn Swami's love. What are the strategies? What are the best way to get hold of him? As I said, best way is to cry. Best way is Swami says, you cry for everything, cry for Swami. At least initially we won't get tears, at least for about first 10 weeks or 20 weeks, pretend that you are crying. And slowly we get that habit. That was the reason why Swami pretended that he was not able to walk. Actually, he was not able to walk also. And we also know for the last 3 months of his life, physical form, he was not even able to bend, turn from one end to other end. Someone else has to help him to turn his leg. One leg turnover. He was unable to move. He was unable to speak. Every organ of his body he has sacrificed, just like Jesus Christ. We find that Lord Jesus was visibly crucified himself, allowed himself to be crucified, whereas Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba has crucified every organ of his body to save the world. He told very clearly for the next 1,000 years, the generations to come together will have paradise on this earth. We are all very fortunate that our next generations will not see the turbulence which my generations have seen. And it's a time of rejoice, he says, and we have got to wait and see. And he has allowed us to become his instruments. You could have made all the 185 presidents into his devotees if he wants, within no time. And all the country people would be there in Puttaparthi within no time at all. But he has selected us. He's giving us time. I'm waiting for you to act. Therefore, let us act quickly. Let us spend every minute more and more with love to him. Unless we pray to him, he won't give the service. He has already selected us. In the year 1972, I just joined the Sevadal member. At that time, we were only not even this many, very few. Then he asked us the question, who are the most luckiest people in this world? Who are the most fortunate people in this world? Who are the most sweetest people in this earth? Then he answered himself, Satya Sai devotees are the most holy, auspicious, wonderful people on this world because I have selected them. You are my people. Then one of them in the corner asked, Swami, you are giving always group interviews. Why don't you give individual interview? Why don't you call us one after one and give us the interviews? In those days, we were like children. And Swami said, the moment you join Satya Sai Sevadal member, if you join as a volunteer, you have become my family member. Do you ask interview from your father or mother? Likewise, he said, you don't need any interview. I will give you even the things which you don't even ask for. If I get an interview, you'll ask only certain things which you immediately need. But I see you in the future also and give you the right thing at the right time. That's what he told us in those days. And I was having all the bad habits. I was smoking, drinking, chewing, jarda pan, every type of bad habit I had. And with Swami's blessing, Swami's love, I could give up one after one. And then after giving up all these bad habits, Swami comes in my dream, take the civil service IAS examinations in India. That time I was only an undergraduate BSc. I took 4 years to pass my 3-year course, undergraduate course. And this particular examination is taken by the toppers, like PhDs, like doctors, like engineers. Everybody would be competing. There would be about 400,000 students will be competing for this examination for very few posts. And with Swami's blessings, I could get over in the prelim, then the main, then the interviews. Only it is blessings. Keeping the dream of Swami in my view, I kept working hard and got it. Because Swami came in my dream and told, take this examination now that you have become a good boy. Once we give up anything that it's not good for us, Swami is so happy. Likewise, when we come to the flushing center here, flush out everything here. Swami is ready to accept. If whatever bad it is there, think I'm coming to the center to give away everything, please flush my brain out free. Like Swami also gives a beautiful examples. You see, if you are inviting a governor to your house, to your residence, you keep your house very clean. You think that, oh, New York governor is coming to my house, let me keep, and we keep every room of your house very clean. Likewise, when Swami, if he wants us to come into our heart, we have to ensure that our hearts are very clean and pure. This Swami told in a number of discourses that we have got to make and purify our hearts as much as we can and take his help. Swami this is a bad thought, monkey thought, I'm getting it. I'm helpless. Please help me to overcome it. See, I was chewing jarda pan, that is a tobacco, put it in a leaf, this thing, and I used to chew 40 tobacco pans every day. It was such a dirty, bad habit. Even my hands, because of the tobacco, I used to have a lot of nervousness, even reddish, and we got to spit out that leftover tobacco into the dustbins, and everywhere the red marks were there. I got so many scoldings from so many people to keep the, at that time I was a youngster. And I was unable to give up that particular habit. I was able to give up drinking, then smoking also I was able to give up after 7 years. Swami gave me 7 long years. I kept on praying every day to Swami. Swami, I am unable to give up, please help me. And Swami took 7 good years to make me free from all these habits. And this tobacco, coming back to the tobacco habit, chewing tobacco, I went to Puttaparthi. I said, Prashant, Swami, I come to here. I will not leave Puttaparthi till I give up this dirty habit. I will not step out of it. Then I stayed for about 14 or 15 days. And every day after lunch, I used to get the temptation. I used to walk out to the ashram and then buy the tobacco and eat the... then I had to cancel my ticket every day. I used to go to the bus stand, cancel it again after taking, because I never wanted to leave the place. And my money was getting over. Every day they charge 25%. If you cancel the ticket on the same day, you lose 25%. Like the 25%, I have no money now. And even my Sevadal friends who have come along with me, they all left. And final day, I said, Swami, I went to Mandir and prayed with the full Sashtanga Namaskar. Said, Swami, now I am unable to give up. Now I have no money now. I have to leave today. I can't beg and borrow from anybody anymore. And I prayed this. The moment I prayed, I went back. I was working in the canteen kitchen there at the time. Then there was a cyclone in one particular part of Andhra Pradesh. Then we were all asked to carry big utensils. Swami was sending trucks of material, food and utensils. And I was carrying a very big utensils over my head. And suddenly I didn't see, there was a starch or some slippery material on the ground. And without seeing, I stepped on it with a heavy weight on my head. I just had a full swing and I fell down on my hip. And in the comics, we always see the stars, isn't it? And all the stars I could see and became unconscious. And luckily in those days, Kasturi uncle was there, who was the biographer of our Swami. And he rushed, they came to know that Sevadal was injured in canteen. He came and then sprinkled water, and then I got my conscience. They gave me a cup of coffee. The hospital have sent the stretcher. In those days, the bhajans were at morning 11 o'clock. And I was straight taken in the stretcher to the veranda, with the stretcher, and I couldn't even get up because my hip bone broke. I had to lie down in that particular posture. And then Swami came and said, if you would have been anywhere at this particular day, on this particular day, you would have broken into like gummidikaya, like two pieces, like cucumber, you should have broken into 2 pieces. I saved you that from karma, and you are also so careless, he said. Be more careful. And they got an apple and a vibhuti prasadam, and told the doctor there, send him to Hyderabad. There, in Hyderabad, I was tied a bandage from this part to one full leg was with cemented, plastered. Therefore, I cannot turn right nor left. I have to lie down in this posture for about 3 months. In this posture, you cannot eat pan. Because every time you have to spit it out. And then Swami taught me the love of my mother. All those days, Swami wanted to teach. In all the difficulties, so many good things. And all my friends, relatives, and say, oh, see, he went to Puttaparthi, he broke his leg and he came. What type of Baba and all this. They were saying all that. Then, but Swami tested her faith. He said, We know what is Baba is. He is our God. And then my mother used to feed me with her own hands. And my brothers used to read Sanatana Sardi for me. And in this way, Swami gave me the lovely time. And again, one more good thing is, Swami said, whoever are my Sevadal, I will see that they are not sent to the hospital. In one particular speech, he said that once you start doing seva for others, I will not allow you to suffer in hospital. Then suddenly I remembered, and I told my doctor in Hyderabad, I don't want to stay in the hospital, please. He said, okay, I'll send you to the house, and we'll send one doctor once a week to check your thing. And Swami also assured me, for 3 months I was at my home, receiving the love of my mom and my brothers. Then I realized what is mother's love is. And then that way I got the my habit of chewing pan. And also, if you have time, sir, shall I tell you how I gave up the cigarettes also? Huh? I was smoking 4 packets a day. Myself and Mr. Krishnamurthy sir, who brought me here, we were Sainik school friends. We had a lovely time in our Sainik school, one of the best schools in India. And the moment we were out of that boarding school, once entering into the pre-college days, full freedom came. And we wanted to taste what is it, drinks, smoking, pan, everything, gambling, everything, we went there. And the cigarette habits were so bad for me. I was smoking 4 packets a day. And one particular Shivratri day, but as I said earlier, one good step what I took was, I became the Sathya Sai Sevadal member. My friend forced me actually. I told him, you see, I'm having all the bad habits. How do you expect me to become a Sevadal member? Then my friend told me, only a patient needs a doctor. If you think you're not well, you join the Sevadal. Then I said, okay, I'll join Sevadal, and I became the Sevadal. That has become the turning point in my life. Once you become a volunteer in such a Sai Seva organization, then everything is taken care of. You just wait for your time. Let us wait for the time. That's the most beautiful thing that has happened. And became the volunteer. I was keeping cigarette packets and then serving. One particular Shivratri day in Vrindavan, we were all Sevadal, and after the festival is over, Swami used to call us for group interviews. He called us for a lovely group interview after the Shivratri function, and I was very young at that time, very, very young like him. And then, because I could run fast to the interview room, I was sitting in the front row where the Swami's chair was there. And as I was sitting, more volunteers started coming. Then Swami said, come forward, come forward, come forward. Then I had to move so close that almost Swami's leg was touching my thigh. And I had to keep Swami's leg, lotus feet, on my thigh for some time. Then suddenly I realized the cigarette packet was popping out from my pocket. Then at that time, it was such a stress for me. I was not hearing what Swami was talking at all. I was just praying, Swami, please don't point me out, because my president was not a very kind man like him. He is a very strict person, Mr. Ramana Rao. He used to just pull out the scarf of the volunteer. If we do anything, no, even if he knows that I'm a smoker, he won't allow us to be a volunteer. In those days, they were very strict. And I was more fearful of him than Swami. Then I was praying, Swami, please don't point out. Swami was looking. And then Swami, luckily, he looked at the girl, the boy who was not looking, not smoker at all, was telling, oh, it's very bad, give it up. He was telling him, and then looking at my corner. How beautifully he protects us. He loves us. At the same time, he conveys the message. Likewise, whatever bad habits we have, once we surrender to Swami, Swami, you kindly take care. He will not let our reputation go down. But we unfortunately we want to become bigger, and we get bumps and bumps. We have to lead very simple life. And coming back to the cigarettes again, but still the monkey mind, I couldn't stop the cigarettes. In one particular, it was the last Shivratri festival in 1970s when Swami, that was the last function when Swami stopped taking out the Lingodbhavams. It was one of the last. And I was a volunteer in the Purnachandra auditorium, having with the scarf and badge in the last row. I was standing there. And Swami was materializing the holy hash over Shirdi Sai picture. He generally, for those devotees who have not seen the earlier days, he materializes a gem, either ruby or a diamond, then puts it on the Shirdi Baba forehead, and then he starts this Vibhuti Abhisheka. Kasturi Garu used to catch the empty pot, and he just used to rotate, and the Vibhuti used to come, the Haldi used to come. In this way, he used to do Abhisheka for Lord Shirdi Baba. As I was thinking, I was standing there in the last corner. Swami, I've been Sevadal member for last 7 years. We are doing so many public miracles. If you can show me one personal miracle, it would be more better for me so that my faith would grow. Then I prayed. I was just thinking in my mind like that. And then after the Purnachandra morning function was over, my president calls me and tells me, Mr. Rommel, you and your friend go to Anantapur. Next day morning is, whole night will be Shivratri bhajans. And next day morning, Swami used to, in those days, used to distribute Chakra Pongal, prasadam. Swami used to give prasadam to everybody. And in the canteen, there was no stock of those cups, leafy cups. Swami wanted those leafy cups so that we take that Chakra Pongal in that leafy cups. It's not like present day modern world in Puttaparthi where we get everything. In those days, nothing was available locally. Then myself and my friend went to Dharmavaram, 30 kilometers away. And my president told me, if you don't get here, go to the next town. It is 80 kilometers away, Anantapur. You get these particular things. Then I felt very happy because I thought I can smoke all the way, full time free, without any restrictions. And myself and my friend, we smoked all the way to Dharmavaram. We did not get any sufficient number of quantity because he asked us to bring about 8,000 or 10,000. I don't remember the exact figure of those cups. And they were only about 3,000 so. Therefore, we had to go to the next town, Anantapur. Then we went to Anantapur, we got it, we got them, and tied in the 8 gunny bags securely over the RTC bus. In those days, the RTC bus was there. And we tied them, and we were returning back. As we were returning back, in those days, the Dharmavaram bus stand was on the roadside. In India, it is a common habit, the conductors, they get down for a coffee and tea at every stop. And they also got down to have their tea. And I got down to have my cigarette with my friend. And the moment I got down and looked up at the bus, I found not a single bag there, not single gunny bag there on the top of the bus. It was such a thing I just can't express. Even now, if I recall that I'm a leg shiver, it is no words at all. It's such a thing. Next day, Swami has to give. And what will my president think? He will think that I've eaten away all those 800 rupees or 900 rupees which he gave. And how to show my face now? And the bus was full of devotees. They all want to have Lingodbhav Darshanam because Swami gives at 7:30 or 8 o'clock. And the conductor was telling us, we can't stop any further now. He started giving the bell, bus to move. At that time, believe it or not, then I prayed to Swami. Swami, don't want any more miracles. I don't want any personal miracles. Neither I'll go anywhere near the cigarettes. Please save me because Sevadal membership is more. I actually wept at that time, believe it or not, empty truck came. In those days, the bus stand was on the roadside itself. He stopped. He said that this aid belongs to this bus, I think, and he coolly kept everything up and tied on the bus. Later on, I knew that it was none but Swami. Otherwise, how could these 8 gunny bags, even if they were to fly off while traveling, all would have been thrown haywire. It's a very lightweight, and it's impossible for the whole gunny bag to be intact. And how the empty truck fellow, any truck fellow wouldn't have been very kind to stop and then pick up everything. He did everything. At that monkey mind, I didn't realize that he was something phenomenal. And the moment we entered the Puttaparthi, we unloaded all those 8 gunny bags and sent it to the canteen. Then at the same moment, Swami was taking the Lingodbhavam in that particular year. And from that time, I gave up my cigarettes with a clean prayer that I don't want any more physical miracles at all. Likewise, Swami, but again the monkey mind develops over the years. Again, I said when I was posted to Council General of India to Indonesia, I thought, I should have a ring of Swami or some. So many people are getting so many things. Why not I get a ring of Swami? Then Swami reads our mind so beautifully, so very well. And I was the regional passport officer in Hyderabad. I have to go to Indonesia in the next 10 days. I went to Kodaikanal. And normally, Swami, it's very difficult to get an interview. That day when I went to Kodaikanal, Swami came to me and said, you and your wife and children come for lunch with me tomorrow. It was such a mind-boggling. For 20 years I've been going, he never even used to look at us, And suddenly he tells this particular blessing to us. And next day it was Ramanavami day. We had lovely lunch with Swami, and Swami materialized the Navaratna ring, 9-gem ring, and gave it to me. And I was in the 9th cloud, whatever we say, It is such a beautiful feeling. And I came back to Madras, to Chennai by a car, because I had to go back to Hyderabad. I was staying in the railway guest house because the GM was my friend. And I got a phone call from my PA in the regional passport office. Mr. Rommel, you have issued a passport to a criminal. You got to urgently come back to the office. I said, I'm on my way. I was shaken because he was a deadly criminal. And this is what Swami saw, even well in advance, and then he gave me the ring as a protection. Then for 8 years, the case went on. Investigation by CBI, by RAW, by IB, and when the last day, every department has cleared, yes, Mr. Rommel is a clean guy, then the ring broke into 2 pieces and it did this thing. It was there, and even 1 piece is always there with me. In this way, we all think, why Swami has not given certain thing to me, why to others? And when myself and my wife, we had some interview with Swami, in one stretch, he produced 2 watches, one with the Shirdi Sai Baba picture, one with the Sathya Sai picture. One he gave with the Shirdi to my wife and Satya to another American lady. I don't remember her, who she is. She got with the Sathya Sai emblem on the watch. Then a third lady was there. She asked Swami, why don't you give me one? Then Swami said, I already gave you one. Your words, actions, thoughts, heart are very pure. These ladies need to rectify their words, actions. How beautifully, lovely he told my wife also to behave well. At the same time, he must have satisfied her monkey mind giving something. Therefore, the more we ask from Swami these material things, the visions, it's not right, I felt again and again. And Swami tells us very clearly that when I come myself to give you myself, why do you ask for all these things? He is willing to give himself to us, and he has given himself to us. Therefore, we have to realize this and then pray to him, Swami, please make me your instrument. You got me to this country. It is for you to make use of my services. If you pray to Swami and seek his help, and sorry sir, I'm taking a little more time. One more beautiful instance, when I was in Saudi Arabia, I was posted as a diplomat there, and then I was told very clearly that we cannot have any bhajans there because it is as per the law of the land only, it's not permitted. Even the church also, not a single church is built there. And no prayer session is to be done. Then my Filipino colleague also told me in a few days back, when few Filipinos tried to teach Bible, they were caught, the preachers, the nails were removed and sent back. They're so strict. It's the law there. We have to respect. And then I thought it's not possible to start any Sai center, Sai organization there, and in Jeddah. and I was just wasting my time for 8 months. And then Swami comes in my dream and tells, Enduku panikirani vadu. That means you are fit for nothing. Fit for nothing. Why are you wasting your time here? And a dream, I thought, Swami, you are asking me to do something. Here the law of the land doesn't permit me. Then I used the same formula. I took this beautiful picture and cried. Every day for 3 days I cried. Swami, please help me. I know that you want me to do something, but I'm unable to do here. I have no friends who can really start a Sai center. As I was crying, on the 4th day, Mr. and Mrs. Arul Selvanathan were Swami students like him. They walked into my office and they were asking me, is there any such a Sai devotee? They asked me the same question to me. And I was so happy. I said, oh, Swami has sent 2 angels. All Swami students are his angels. And I was so happy that then we discussed the strategy, how to start the bhajan there. Then we had bhajan, we started, Bal Vikas, then we did also Nagar Sankirtan. Narayan Seva also. Nagar Sankirtan in the sense that we used to take our 5-6 cars, we used to open the windows, and then they sing or go all over the Jeddah and come back and give Harati. We used to start with Omkaram and Suprabhatam and then go around and come back and give Harati. In this way we did this every week. Even now in Saudi Arabia, Jeddah, there is Nagar Sankirtan going on there after 11 years. And how, even if shoes also have to be brought in, like we brought in here, you cannot keep them outside because the religious police are there and you are not expected to do any prayer session. Therefore, we used to put all shoes inside, and we used to also keep a birthday party. You know how we used to do Balvikas. We used to, children are there today, happy birthday to Krishna, to happy birthday to Shiva. We used to have some certain thing, and then we used to conduct our sessions. And then it has gone into different centers now. Earlier also there was one other, Riyadh also there was center earlier. With Swami's grace, one of the foreign doctor there, he cured one of the Sheikh, prince, and luckily for Riyadh they had the permission. But Jeddah being very close to holy Makkah and Medina, they are not permitted even today. I'm sure that in the next few years they will also open up and will pray. Likewise, in such places, once we take help of Swami, we can do something here also. All of us, let us pray Swami. Swami, please, as she sang, take my hands. We have got to give our hands, heart, everything to Swami and pray Swami to see how best he can help us to promote his message of love. I thank you very much for this lovely session. I'm so grateful to you, President Sir, for giving me this. And I submit my prayers to the lotus feet to bless you all with all the best things of life and a sweet divine romance. We have to have divine romance with, like Mirabai had it, like Tukaram had it. We should enjoy these beautiful moments. Swami wants us to enjoy. How did Tukaram enjoy? How did Kabir enjoy his songs? How did Hanuman enjoy his devotion in Seva? Let us pray to him and enjoy these beautiful moments which Swami is giving us. Once again, pranams, our collective pranams to the lotus feet.